Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. Monday night. And I am so excited to be with you this evening. As you know, and maybe you don't know if you're new with us, the last Monday night of the month is always when we want to welcome new partners and affiliates that came to the Juice Plus world. We like to celebrate promotions. We like to hear stories. We like to be inspired by the new people. How did they catch a vision? Why did they catch a vision? Why did they say yes to us in the Juice Plus world? So we're going to do that tonight. Plus, we got a fabulous message from Henry Hagemann, National Marketing Director, talking about my favorite topic, mindset. But before we go there, man, Travis Garza, our CEO, dropped a bomb on us today. I think it was like 12 noon. And, the month was going okay. There was like, if I could describe July as like no sense of urgency, Bob Marley, we jamming, it's okay, it's okay. And then Travis hits us today with, you put in Illuminate order, the month order, the 70 servings, whether you're a customer or a partner, and the warehouse will automatically throw in 15 free servings. And I got to tell you, within 2 hours, I saw our monthly preferred customer count grow by almost 100 new AROs. So forget Bob Marley. We not just jamming, we're on Mach speed with your hair on fire. Okay, so tonight, though, we're going to kick off with welcoming some new partners. And I have seniority, so I get to go first. All right. My bestie is on the call with us tonight. She's been my best friend for 20 years. She's been on the capsules, the Juice Plus trio, for 17 years. And about a month ago, she said, yeah, I want to be a partner. Well, I almost fell off the chair in the restaurant. And and not only that, when she came to team and she signed her app and she put in her orders to hit Partner Plus in less than 24 hours. So Kris Mosley, unmute yourself, my beautiful friend. And yeah, you are muted, honey. We'll let you, typically down in the left-hand corner. Do you see where it says mute?
I'm here.
There we go. So team up welcome for Kris Mosley. And so Kris, why did you say yes? Tell us who you are and why you said yes.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Kris Mosley. I'm from Plano, Texas. I have been one of Terry's besties for, actually, Terry, it's been 31 years. I know. It's 1993, May of 1993. And when we met is a story for another day, but we have been almost best friends since the minute we met. And we've been on many journeys together. And our health journey was one that we have somewhat in common. And actually, I think I've actually been on Juice Plus since somewhere around 2000, even though we can't find the records because I don't remember what my BlackBerry phone number was from back then. But anyway, it's been a long time. And so much has changed and been inspired by being on Juice Plus. And then finally, after so many years, hearing story after story after story after story, and health win after health win after health win, I knew it was coming one day. I did. Terry and I both knew it was coming one day when I would say yes. And then Luminate came into my life, and I see that Juice Plus is still putting out new products, and they're careful about what products they put out and what they hit and when and why. And it's really the why about Juice Plus that has always perked my ears up. I've been a career recruiter for many, many years now, and so I've dealt with literally hundreds of companies. And I hate to admit to it, but I've become a bit of a cynic when it comes to companies and how they want to be perceived out there in the world versus who they really are, the way they operate. And a lot of companies want to say what they say, but then they want to do what they do. And over 30 years now, I mean, I've been a Juice Plus customer since the water filter days. You know, it's been a long, long time, but I've watched this company be consistent in how they treat the planet, what they do with their products, how they treat their people, the community that they've grown. I have never seen this company stumble. I've never seen them do anything besides what they say they're going to do, but they always under promise and over perform. And that's how it's been in my life. And that's how it's been with everybody that I know that's a customer. And so looking at the comp program and looking at the new products and looking at the continued health stories, I just, I couldn't help myself. Had to say yes. So, and with Terry as my sponsor and a partner in this project, that is such a major win to me. I mean, I just couldn't have a better influence in my life and in my health journey. So thank you for having me. And I'm really glad to be here.
Oh my gosh. So guys, let's give her a team up welcome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for being, I love you, Kris. And we're just starting this journey. All right. So Kris Mosley, new partner plus in our family. Next, I'm going to ask Jen and Henry. You have a new partner plus that's with us tonight. Would you introduce your new partner plus?
Well, we're going to feature one, but we're going to shout out to two because we not only do we have Vanessa Perry, who I'm going to talk about a little bit, give you a little backdrop, but we also have Kathy West,
There's another
who
partner
is
plus
also
too.
gone partner plus this month. So we're firing on all cylinders back here. So I just got a little thing I want to say about Vanessa. We haven't known her very long, but she's an LPN with 10 years of experience. She's a proud veteran of the United States Army, so hats off to you for that. Her passion is for nursing and coaching, which has led her to work as a nurse, health and wellness coach for the government. She's currently living in Virginia, but she's about to move to Texas City, Texas. So some of you might get excited about that. And she loves outdoors. She loves being outdoors. She's a great nature photographer, which I didn't know. And I'm just excited to hear about her coaching and have her say a little bit about herself. Thanks, Vanessa, for being on.
You gotta turn on your camera and
Yeah,
unmute yourself.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
come to the
unmute
limelight
yourself.
here.
Let's see where you are. I know
The
you're
mu-
here.
Should be in there she is, over here. Right over here.
The
Vanessa,
mute, there we
you're
go.
muted. So down in the lower
Oh,
left.
she's good. She's good.
You're good? You're there. Okay, great. Hey,
Well,
nope, still muted.
So slide your audio button on your laptop because sometimes even when you unmute, your laptop will stick and it won't turn on your audio. And then test it. Maybe that'll help.
It might be the headphones, Vanessa. I'm wondering.
That's a possibility too.
I wonder if the headphones plugged in is giving it a little technology.
Yeah.
Isn't it
no, we
great?
still
Isn't
can't.
it great?
Isn't it great?
No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Well, all I can say is she's fantastic.
That she is.
I don't know if she looked great, but she's just, as a person, she's just extraordinary. And she's really excited about our business. So, and so is Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy too. Kathy went to the boot camp.
She went to she went to the Blue Ridge boot camp, and I think really connected with Wendy Campbell.
So Vanessa, you can't get your audio to work, huh? Okay.
All right.
Oh, bummer. We'll
Well,
have
you
to
know,
have-
I got to, Jen and Henry introduced me to Vanessa, and I got to visit with her a little bit. And, you know, she just fell in love. The number one thing she said to me, Jen and Henry, is that what brought her, she said yes because of the community.
Yep.
She fell in love with our community. She could not believe you know, how authentic we were, how sidelines helping each other. And that is so rare in this industry. And then you showed her the compensation plan.
Yeah.
And she said to me, Terry, this is, and she was determined. She says, this is time sensitive. And I just started to chuckle when she said, this is time sensitive. And you did, she told me that you did a friends and family call with her.
We
Where
did.
she invited on some friends and some family.
Very nice
And-
people.
And that's what got her to her Partner Plus. Vanessa, you're back on. Vanessa, do you want to try again to unmute yourself?
Ah, you're on your
Oh,
phone.
that is so frustrating. Don't worry, sugar.
Don't
Don't
worry
worry
about it.
about it.
We'll have you back, Vanessa. We will
We
have
absolutely
you
will.
back.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Okay, can
All
you
right.
hear me now?
Hey!
Oh my
Yay,
gosh.
all right.
Hey!
Hey.
Okay, perfect. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep the computer. How's that? Let's see. How's
There you
that?
go.
great.
You got
That's
you.
great.
Okay, there we are. I made it. Okay, sorry about the delay.
No
But
worries.
yes, the main reason that I joined the community is because of the open-heartedness, the connection. I went to a wellness retreat that weekend, and it was a wonderful group of ladies. We danced, we did yoga. Of course, there was some mindfulness and meditation practice and teaching. And that is when they introduced me to the product and the business. And just like Terry had said, that I joined and I was so hype about the product and using the product, and I'm in the midst of relocating to Texas, that I forgot about the business piece. So Jen and Henry, they are so patient. They are wonderful mentors. I heard them for the first time, maybe after the 10th call or something. And I heard them. I said, you know what? At the end of this, let me go back and look at this compensation plan. And when I did go and log in and I learned, I'm like, oh my God, this is time sensitive. I need to get moving. And once I set my mind to it, made that decision to, you know, tell people about what I'm experiencing, how good the product is, to share it, not just, you know, keep it all to myself. Within 2 days, I went from partner to Partner Plus. Yeah. So it was a really good experience. Can you all still hear me? Oh my God.
Yes.
Can you?
We can.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yes, that was my motivation, was the community, just the kindness, the authenticity, the patience, everyone that I've met, even Terry, I didn't know her from a can of paint, and she got right on the phone and it was an instant connection. So yes, thank you all for having me. Sorry about the
No
the,
worries.
Great.
Nothing like Zoom to really keep us humble.
No problem. It's
okay.
a pleasure. Can we give Vanessa
Yeah,
a team up
absolutely.
welcome? Welcome. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot from Vanessa. It's not over yet. All right,
No.
Abby Allen, you have a new partner who I believe wrapped up QSC.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm so excited to introduce to you guys Brittany. So a little backstory on how Brittany and I met. Pure Barre is here in Clarksville, and she taught the very first class that I took in April. We followed each other on social media, connected, you know, at the bar. And when Terry came to Clarksville in January, I invited her to Aging Backwards, and she wasn't actually able to make it live, but watched Terry's Zoom recording of it, decided to get started, signed up as a partner, hit Partner Plus because she wanted to get her family started. We did a sourdough little event, and then she was in a very hectic season. And so she was just a happy Partner Plus customer. And in June 1st, got re-engaged and hit the ground running. And so she hit QSC in a little over 30 days and is absolutely on fire working towards sales coordinator. So Brittany, I'll let you take it away, friend, and share your story.
Thank you so much. A blessing to be here this evening and just part of this great community that everyone keeps talking about. So trying to keep it short and sweet, I will kind of talk about the personal side of things, what the products have done for me, and then a little bit about the business side, which ultimately go hand in hand. But God was at work in all of this. About I should say my entire adult life, I unfortunately have had quite the roller coaster ride with my health and wellness journey. But I'm really going to highlight this past year specifically, just because Juice Plus coming when it did was just perfect timing. So I felt like I was taking about 5 steps back in my health and wellness, which I've always tried to address as holistically as I can. As Abby mentioned, I was teaching at Pure Barre. So here I was trying to encourage and uplift, help others. And I would come home and just be plagued by so many symptoms. And I should say in my adult life, GI stuff and anxiety and depression have kind of always been something that creep back up on me time and time again. And so I finally established care with a holistic nurse practitioner. I just said, hey, I want to be thorough. I want to kind of go head to toe, figure out what might be going on. And I realized as I was talking to her just how badly I needed to be there, because she was indeed thorough, and she'd ask, okay, do you have something going on with your eyes? Yes, I've had styes almost monthly for the past 6 months. Do you have oral hygiene or dental problems? Yes, I have gum recession. And then, of course, too, the GI and anxiety and depression all came up as well. And so we ran tests. By the grace of God, everything was normal, which I'm so thankful for. But then I was left to be very frustrated, wondering why in the world was I feeling this way? Why was keeping up with my 2 toddlers seeming impossible? And so she said, we really need to shift to your cell health and find the root cause and address your nutrition. And so again, being in the industry that I'm in, I always like to think that I was healthy in my eating habits and choices we were making. But then when I really sat there, I'm like, but do I? And how hard is it for how we make food, how it's produced nowadays? I mean, are we really eating as healthy as we think that we are? So she encouraged me to keep a diary, work with some health coaches. Again, time and money. I'm a busy mom. I was like, do I really have the means to do that right now? So that's why I say it was a God thing, because right about that time is when I really got to know Abby. I got to hear her stories, see what she was doing. And I felt like at that point I had nothing to lose. And so I said yes to the product, and simultaneously, not really knowing much about the business, I said yes to that too. Because kind of flipping focus to the business side, I have been in this industry for about 7.5 years. I was with a beauty brand for about 5 of those. And so I'm very familiar with different compensation plans, different cultures. And when I went into it, I told Abby, I was actually quite adamant. I said, do not count on me to work the business. And that was more so just because I'd kind of unfortunately gotten a bad taste in my mouth from the companies that I had worked for. And on the flip side of that, though, I'm also a military wife. So I have always embraced the online space because it is a way to support my family, no matter where we go, what our circumstances are. And so that kind of was my little nudge to at least sit on a call with Terry. And when I first of all met her, as everyone's kind of voiced, you feel like family. Her story was amazing. We had a lot in common. But then I saw the compensation plan as well, and I was just absolutely blown away. And I can tell you 2 huge takeaways for me, again, being in the industry and having seen a lot of different compensation plans. It's not this rat race of every month you're having to start all over again. You're always growing. And also just the opportunity for, if you get to a certain point, you can have insurance assistance and all these things where I feel like a lot of other companies, it's kind of like the flashy stuff and what looks good, but is that really helping you with generational wealth and all of the things? So again, didn't really come here thinking that I would work the business, but it was just very obvious very quickly, kind of why would you not? So my message to everyone here is to really know just how amazing of a product we have and a community that we have. And like with everything, if you put in the work, it will come around to you here. So thank you all for giving me some of your time this evening.
Thank you, Brittany. Thanks for saying yes. And thank you, Vanessa. And thank you, Kris. And we love and appreciate you. And we are here to lock arms with you and support you on this journey, every one of us. And part of this journey, not just part of it, I have a formula for success. And if you follow it, I can almost guarantee you success in anything that you're doing. And that's when it's intention, belief, and action all fire simultaneously, you will be successful. And a big part of that, a huge part of that, is your mindset. What you think will happen, will happen. Did you want to say something, Abby?
Yeah, Terry, can I just add one thing? Really a voice of encouragement for people, no matter where you are in this business. So Brittany and I really for the last month and 2 months at this point have been hosting events together. And when I've hosted an event, she's invited and brought people. And earlier this month, I had a body, mind and soul event, and she had about 8 or 9 people the day of the event coming. And as the day went on and on, people started dropping like flies, and she was down to 1 person. So she, invited 20, had 9, 1 showed. And last week on Thursday, we hosted her very first in-person launch event at her house, and she promoted amazing for it. Had 5 people in the room, and every single person in the room ordered, and she got a Partner Plus that night too. And so I just want to tell you, keep planting the seeds, keep inviting, keep showing up with intention and action and belief, because that's exactly what Brittany's done, and it's paid off. So that's what I wanted to say, Terry. Thank you.
Well, then that's the perfect lead in to Henry Hagemann talking about mindset. Take it away, my friend.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to do this is a 4-hour talk that I'm going to summarize in about, what do we have? About 8 minutes, 7 minutes. So I'm going to go quickly. I'm just going to cherry pick some points from several chapters. This was from a book that's available called The Millionaire Training by Larry Thompson. And Larry Thompson was a student of Bobby DePew, who was really the sort of key, brilliant pioneer in network marketing way back when. So this is based on a 4-hour talk that was delivered on January 21st, 1981 at the Bonaventure Hotel in Los Angeles. And Larry just is amazing storyteller. He's just, he just brought people in. Everybody could relate. He had just he was a workman from a construction company, and he was young, 20, I think, when he started this. So this was the first major training for Herbalife. For those of you that are familiar with that, at the time, Herbalife was doing $1 million a month. 4 years later, after this recording was made of this training, they were doing $100 million a month. And I'm here to tell you, after 33 years with Juice Plus, that we are right there with Juice Plus. We're going to see the same kind of growth. And it's inevitable. We have one of the best products, if not the best product in our industry, most researched nutritional product on the planet. And we're coupling it with the most efficient marketing system, which is network marketing. We've had 30 years of sort of building customer base and having, growing a little team here and there. But I think we now have professional leadership at the top. The CEO is so into this, and he's so excited. He's done it 3 or 4 times before with other companies, and he sees the potential here. And I just could not tell you how much more excited I am. And I'm telling you, Phoenix is going to be the launching pad for this. Mm-hmm. This is the conference that is going to be the one you look back at and say, my God, it all happened there. It's a clean slate. We've got the tech issues out of the way. We've got new advertising, new presence online. It's just the launch pad. So any way you can get there, I just can't stress that enough. So I'm going to go really fast here. The one variable is you. This is one of his chapters. It's easier to make a lot of money and be successful than it is to make a living. Great point. What causes one person to earn 10 times more money than another person? It's how they feel about the marketing plan, your products, and most importantly, it's how you feel about your own financial future. It's how you feel about you. And you've got to be willing to have an above average attitude, an above average handshake, an above average desire, an above average willingness, and an above average excitement. You've got to become above average to be an average person making an above average income in this industry. And it was laid out right here. It was just beautiful. You've got to have a gold mine attitude before you open your mouth to anybody. You've got to understand that we're sitting on a bomb. This is like the best product on the planet. It's turned my life around. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for Juice Plus. And now we are at a place where all the things are come together and we've got what we need in order to make this explode. And I'm telling you, Jeff Roberti's income is amazing, but it's going to be paled by comparing to what's going to happen next. So you need to have this attitude. We communicate with feeling. We don't communicate with words. Forget about the words so much. Just get the feeling that we've got this thing, and you just have to hear about it. If you're, I'm passing by, it's come up, whatever, and you just kind of share that feeling. And you have to be deadly serious about your financial future, because that's what's going to keep you going through this process. So what can hold you back? Habits. Our success in life or failure in life or mediocrity in life is a result of your habits, nothing else. You can lie to anybody, but don't lie to yourself. And that stuck with me in this book. Do two things. Number one, sell the product at every opportune moment. You've got to listen. You've got to not be overbearing, but it's got to come up from time to time. Number two, you have to sponsor 10 people a month. And that may seem like a leap, but there's not a single person who ever heard this before who did it who is making less than $5,000 a month, period, over and out. That was in his speech in 1981. The difference between $10,000 a year in income and $10,000 a month in income is the got to. If you got to do this, you're going to figure out how to do it. There's just no other way around it. If you don't have to do it, then 10 grand a year is looking pretty good. The only issue is your level of desire. So he talks about how to employ yourself. He does this great thing about Larry 1 and Larry 2. Larry 1 is the guy who is getting into the business, and he's decided he's going to make 10 grand a month, and he's laid out that he's going to do 6 or 8 hours of work a day. And it's going to be, Larry 2 says, okay, so when are you going to work? When are you going to work this business every day? And he says, oh, I'm going to work from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Every day, right? Every day I'm going to do this. So he's on his way out to the car in the morning on next following day, and the phone rings, and it's his best friend from school, and he's in town, and they catch up, and gee, it's really good, and we should maybe sort of have lunch sometime. And so he gets out to his car about 9:15, and he gets in the car, and he gets this tap on the shoulder, and Larry 2 says, hey, you told me you were going to work this business from 9 to 3, right? Now, in your former job, if you were 15 minutes late, would somebody talk to you about that? Would you have been 15 minutes late? Oh, no. I mean, I'm you can imagine all the things. That's the attitude you got to have about this. And so, and your habits are equal to your income. That's a biggie. Then the concept of the mental projector. If you've got a story inside that, oh my God, I've got to find another $1,000 because the rent's due tomorrow, and you're talking to somebody and you're saying, oh, this is the most incredible product and everything. Doesn't matter how upbeat you are, if you're running on the screen inside that you gotta have this $1,000 tomorrow, And if you can't get away from that, so you've got to be very clear about what's running in your mind, and you've got to just clear it out. If you think I can't sell, they're not interested, they don't have time, I don't have time, they don't want to see me again, then that's what's going to come across. Even if you just say, hey, Mary, it's good to see you, you know, they're going to just be out the back door. So problem solving. Success is a habit. Unfortunately, so is failure. Problem solving equals maturity. Maturity equals personal growth. Personal growth equals production, concept, and you've got to produce. Okay, so those, I mean, there's so much more. The 7 diseases of attitude. Indifference, number 1. The mild approach to life. Oh, you know, it could go either way. I'm kind of happy, you know, does this, does that. You know the mindset. Indecision is number 2. It's called mental paralysis. He's very clear about this. Don't soften it with indecision. It's called mental paralysis. You've got to decide and move forward. Doubt. The worst doubt a person can have is self-doubt. Number 4 is worry. Substitute worry with a positive action. Get an action. And then overcaution. Some people who are chronically fail always look at risk in the opportunity. People who always succeed look at the opportunity in the risk. Huge difference. You can't get away without risk. Everybody's going to face it. Pessimism. See, the pessimist doesn't look for virtue. He looks for faults. And once he finds faults, they start to enjoy the faults. We all know those people. Complaining. Who are you to get off complaining at someone, about someone or something? Imperfection can't judge imperfection, period. But he was pretty strong back in 81. The 5 major ingredients to turn your life around. We're moving quick here. I can hold you back to what can move you forward. Disgust. No more will you live like this, on your knees in the dust looking for pennies. Decision is number 2. You have to know what you want and you have to make a decision. Desire is number 3. Every single day, add more weight to your want and ask for it, search for it. You could say even pray for it, that you add more want, because that is the key. Action. You're going to take action and take enough action. Real sustainable success comes from all out massive action. You think of an airplane taking off from the runway. It's got to have everything it's got in order to get up in the air. Then it can back off. Once it's at altitude, it can slow down a little bit. And you've got to have resolve. Resolve simply means I'll do it. Comes, you have to have it, a do or die attitude. And then you're enough. And I'm going to read a page in the back of the book here if I can. I want you to, because I think you can get sort of his heart in this. He was very strong. He came from a construction company. He was just a day worker, nothing special, never been in a hotel before when he went to his first hotel meeting, which was weeks before he was actually doing this. I want you to learn to be strong in your life, in all areas of your life. I want you to learn to be strong. But also, I want you to learn to develop your strength without being rude. Become strong, don't become rude. I want you to learn how to win in life, win in everything, win the conversation game, win everything, but learn to win without pressure. I want you to learn how to be bold. I want you to learn how to be bold without becoming a bully. I'd like you to see you learn how to develop your pride in everything you do. Have pride in it, but develop pride without arrogance. Pride without arrogance. I'd like for you to learn about how to be thoughtful about all things and everybody and about yourself. Learn to become thoughtful without becoming lazy. I'd like you to learn to develop your humility, become humble, minus timidity. Become humble, but don't become timid. I think of Wendy Campbell when she talks about boldness. You know, she is a beast about this research. I'd like for you to learn to become kind to everything, to everybody, especially yourself. But develop kindness without weakness, because kind without becomes weak. I'd like for you to learn how to become gentle, but become gentle without becoming soft. And I'd like for you to learn how to make commitments every single day to your faith, to your family, to your friends, and to your future. And I think that is just a fantastic close. And I will tell you, if you take a penny and you double it every day for a month, over $5 million. If you double it every other day, $163.84. It's consistency of effort. The man knew this in 1981, still true today. Every single day, you got to touch your business. It's the difference between winning and being mediocre. And it's your desire that's going to bring you over the line. And we've got the opportunity of a lifetime. So just don't take it casually. That's my pitch for the night. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Henry. Desire, the starting point of all achievement.
Yep.
And so tonight, my friends, I can say quite boldly, is that you don't have a problem to solve. You
Yeah.
have a decision. You have a decision to make, quoting Terry Luongo. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next Monday night. Peace and blessings. Thank you for
Thank
being with
you.
us. Love
Good
you all.
night.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.